1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I got a little, do my little chapstick preparation. Welcome back, Moto Photo Adventures fans, to another install video. Do you guys have pets? Do you care for them like I care for my pets? Well, if somebody decided that they wanted your best friend to be their best friend, or maybe your best friend decided he didn't want to be your best friend and took off to Arizona with somebody new, well, what would you do? Well, we all pre-planned for this. We either get the underskin injections that the vet can scan them if they run away or get stolen, or we put an Apple tag on them in case they stay within a close proximity of our phones and we can find them if they wander across the street, or perhaps we put a GPS tag on their collar so that anywhere they go, we can find them. Well, wouldn't it be the same for your steed? Me and Huey haven't known each other for very long and we're getting along just fine, but you know, sometimes I wonder, is he going to just take off and become somebody else's best friend, or is somebody going to steal him? Well, let's pre-plan for that too. Enter Moni Moto 7, the GPS tracker for your vehicle. Let's take a look and install it.
You know, when you own a motorcycle, getting it stolen isn't the only bad thing that can happen. Bad things happen on the road all the time. We kind of just know it. It's inherent in the motorcycle fun. Well, we've got somebody that's on our side. Rick Stewart, scmotolawyer.com. Give him a call if you ever have anything go wrong while you're riding your bike, especially an accident. I'm going to put some information up on the screen. I want you to take a screenshot of it. That way you'll have it on your phone in case anything does go wrong. scmotolawyer.com, Rick Stewart. Now, back to the show.
The first thing we need to do is open the package. Now I'm going to tell you something right off the bat. I've not looked into this, and so we're going to be taking a look at this for the very first time together. I'm sure that there are some instructions, and I hope that they are clean and concise. One thing that you do need to know is that this does come with a required subscription, $49 per year. So let's take a look inside and see what we have. Aha! First of all, the instructions. Now, most of the time we don't pay attention to these, but just really quickly, let's see how many, what is this, Rand McNally? How many tiny little pieces of print and how many different foreign languages we have. A lot. I'm not going to read all of that. And you know why? Because Monimoto has prepared for just such an eventuality as me. And they provided pictures. That's my intellectual speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. So the first one is go to the App Store. This does require an app. It connects to your phone so that if someone does mess with your bike or steal your bike or whatever, that you will be able to track it because you will have your phone with you, hopefully. So we're going to stick to this to the side, come back to that later, take a look and see what's inside here. You're first presented with a piece of paper that says this is Apple and Android compliant, which is awesome for all of you not Apple fans. Then we have the transmitter itself. Let's take a look at the battery compartment like they showed us. And yes, we're going to go ahead and pull, there it is, we pull the plastic tab for the AA batteries that are conveniently included. Lithium-ion AA batteries. Put the lid back on here just so I don't lose the batteries. Digging deeper inside, we have, I'm assuming, a key fob. Now this is a proximity type locator, so we don't want your bike to be reported stolen or being molested when you're on it, because that's not the point. So I'm assuming that the proximity key at a certain distance away activates this so that you will know while you're in having lunch or coffee, because that's where we ride our bikes, is to the coffee shop. When you're farther enough away, this will contact this and tell you if it's being messed with. There is also a battery tab on the key fob. You'll need a little flathead screwdriver according to step 7. I'm skipping ahead to step 7 because I have the fob in my hand, so I might as well. Pop this open. There we go. And there is the little plastic tab for the watch battery. You pull that out. Boom. They even have little instructions on the inside to how to get the battery out with a flathead. It's hilarious. All right, let's put this back together, and then we'll take a look at the app and start putting that all together. And this is very nice, and a very nice little forethought, a little extra from Moni Moto is a couple of zip ties so that you can affix it to someplace secret on your bike. And if you'll notice right here on the sides, it has a place on the transmitter for the zip ties to go. That's very nice. I appreciate that very much. I mean, ADV riders, we generally carry zip ties all over the place with us, but it's nice to have it nonetheless. All right, well, that's all that's in the box, so let's go ahead and take a look at the app. We launched the Moni Moto app, and the first couple of things you're going to need to do is either sign up with Google or Apple or Android, or put in your phone number and it'll give you a confirmation code that you put in so you can get to the next steps. So the next step is to add a Moni Moto device. We click here and we go, let's go. Next is the Moni Moto 7. They give you a couple of options here depending on the products that they provide, and we have the Moni Moto 7. Great. So we've done step 1, which is open Moni Moto and remove the plastic strip from the batteries, so we can skip 1, 2, and 3. Then we will select the key fob that you have. I have the rectangle one, and it gives you a selection of either a round one or a rectangle one, so I'm going to select the rectangle. I've also done the flat screwdriver, taking the plastic strip out from behind the watch battery, so I'm going to click next again. Now we place the Moni Moto and the key fob very close to our phone, which is easy enough because it's right here, and we will hit scan. Bluetooth needs to be on, so let's do that. Turning it on the Bluetooth. Very nice. And we hit scan. It's giving me a serial number. I'm going to put these down. It's still very close. Let's take a look at the serial number on the back of the device, and we confirm that it is the same. Now, if you'll look down, there's 2 codes on the back of the transmitter. There's a large number on the top, and then there's one below it that says S/N MM dot, and then the serial number. That's the one on the bottom is the one that you're going to be confirming with the app. And so I'm saying that these are the correct device connected to the app. So we hit next. Well, I'm going to name my vehicle. We've already known what that is because we named it recently. Thanks, by the way, for voting on our YouTube channel for the name of our bike. It's Huey, and that was the one that got the most, and it is the one that I wanted anyway, so there we go. We choose my phone number, and then we choose what kind of vehicle. It's a motorcycle, and then we hit done. And next. Here's the SMS consent form, and of course we're going to agree to that or else it's not going to work. Firmware update. Let's go ahead and update that now. This might take a moment. Get yourself some tea. Progress bar. This is going fairly quickly too, so sip quick. Halfway done. That was nice. It took just over a minute, depending on your connectivity, of course, but I'm pleased that it didn't take half an hour. And we hit OK, and then we go next again. Now that it has done the update, it is now configuring the key fob. Checking SIM card. So it said that there was a bit of a problem to check the home screen. I come back to the home screen. It has to check the GSM network. It could take up to 2 minutes. If you do run into a couple of issues so far, even though it did say that there was an error and there's some other things that need to be done, it is very self-explanatory. Just hit the buttons as it shows. There's an exclamation point on the GSM, so I hit that and let it do its thing. We'll see what happens. After the Moni Moto 7 has done its GSM and SIM card and connectivity and Bluetooth and pairing, you will finally get a green check mark that says ready, and below that it says all of the key fobs that you have connected. I'm assuming you can add more key fobs because it has a place where it says you can add key. Once it's all connected, Moni Moto sends you a text from a certain phone number, and it gives you a message to say, please save this phone number into your contacts list, because if your motorcycle decides to take a walk, it'll give you a call. That's awesome. We're done. Pretty much the only thing you have left to do is decide where you're going to hide it so that you can keep track of your dog, your car, your boat, your motorcycle, your wife, or your girlfriend. Of course, it's hard to hide this on your girlfriend, just saying. Mine's going to end up underneath my seat somewhere, but I'm not going to show you where that is. You shouldn't. Monimoto 7. Moto Photo Adventures. Now nobody can molest or take Huey without me knowing about it. I can eat my lunch in peace. Hit the like and subscribe button, watch all our Moto Photo adventures, check us out on our next adventure where we might just actually have to use this thing. Now that we've gotten it installed, and I didn't tell you where it is because it's a secret, now we have to test it. So according to Monimoto, what you have to do is you have to take the key fob, walk 50 meters away from your bike, turn off the Bluetooth on your telephone, and then make sure you stand there for about a minute or so. Then you have your buddy put your bike off the kickstand or take it for a ride or kick it over and let it fall down in the yard, and then Monimoto is supposed to give you a call. So let's find out if that works. Stand by. Well, what do you know? After about 30 seconds and Chris moving my bike, they gave me a phone call. That's pretty good and it works. 2 thumbs up, Monimoto.